The Boris Johnson crowd over the last 2 days have been saying that a lot of the people who've been putting in letters or saying that they have no confidence in the Prime Minister are lacking in political context, saying at the times of David Cameron being 13 points behind in the polls, of Margaret Thatcher being double digits behind, even of Tony Blair being behind at one point, behind William Hague. Do you think there's merit to that? Do you think that potentially we saw a bit of a frenzy and lost perspective earlier this week?
Yes, there's some merit to that argument, but I think Boris Johnson is he's different from Margaret Thatcher and David Cameron. I mean, those were prime ministers who had considerable levels of support in their party. Boris Johnson's support has vanished astonishingly fast. It's difficult to find Conservative MPs who genuinely support him. I mean, it's something that everyone always says is that they got him in not because they believed in him, but because they thought he was their only chance of breaking the Brexit deadlock and winning that election. And the consequence of that is that as soon as he becomes unpopular, he's got no resources in the party to fall back on, unlike Margaret Thatcher, unlike Tony Blair. All other prime ministers under siege in this way have had a strong band of supporters who believe in them. And Boris Johnson just doesn't have that. And I think that's his weakness. And I think that is what is going to do for him fairly soon.
And potentially that sort of loyal following that hadn't been built up was missing because there wasn't so much of an agenda. John Rentoul, do you understand what levelling up means? I'm not sure I do.
No, it's very, very vague, and it's useful. Uniting and levelling up the country sounds marvellous, but it's not really deliverable. I mean, unless you want to squash London and the southeast and destroy the wealth-generating economy that lifts the rest of the country up, levelling up is a mirage. And I think everybody knows that. I mean, that's Boris Johnson's problem, is that he was elected to do one thing, and that was to deliver Brexit. Now that Brexit has been delivered, what is the point of him? And it's rather difficult for him to convince people. And the thing for Tory MPs is that the point of him was a vote-winning magic that would keep them in their seats. If that has gone, and that's the question they have to ask themselves, if that has gone and can't be brought back, then they've got to get rid of it.